Hi, my name is Daniela Semino. I go to St. Brennan and I'm a senior, so 12th grade.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened that made you realize that you needed our service?
Well, for years now, I was told that I never needed tutoring. So I always went into SAT, like the PSATs without anything and getting the average grade, like the average score for that grade. And then finally junior year hit and I took the actual SAT and it was way lower than recommended. So I realized that I desperately needed tutoring.
And so you got the PSAT score back. You were like a little shook. Um, and we know because we're a math tutoring company, how was your math at that time as well? Like,
Not the but like I always English always managed to carry me, so my math was way lower. So like not the worst, but it was like I remember being like five, like no, not even. I think it was like a 400. It was really low.
so basically you had the 540 PSAT before the prep course on the math, and you said that you were better in English than math, right? So
I've always
has that always been the thing for you, that math was your weaker?
Up until recently, math has always been my weaker. Ever since I took the course, out of nowhere I switched up. It's very weird.
So now your
I
math is
know.
strong.
I'm super strong. Like my math now, like just grade average, I think is like a 96. And then like my English is like the opposite. It's like an 80, and I've never had an 80 in English.
Nice. Makes me really happy as a teacher. Congrats.
Thank you.
And what was the math class you were in before
Well,
the course?
before the course, I was in pre-calc honors, and now I'm in calc honors.
Cool. All right. Killing cow. I like that. So, all right. You had this PSAT score that wasn't good for you. And did you end up taking an SAT before the prep or no?
I took like my first ever SAT, and I didn't study for it at all. And I was like, oh, I don't need tutoring. I got this, and I took it. And I think I got it worse than my other PSAT scores, so that's what scared me. Like, not only did I just do like I didn't improve at all, I went backwards.
You did worse.
Not by a
And
lot, but it was still like
do you
freaking
know that
bad.
score?
Yeah, I like my highest PSAT was 550, and then my first ever SAT was 540. So like by 10 points, but still.
Yeah, it's right there. Got you. And I guess so. What kinds of problems was that causing you, having the score
Just
you had?
freaking me out because people like before, like people had been doing tutoring for like 2 years straight, and I had never done one single tutoring lesson. So I was like, well, never going to college. I'm too late.
Man, mad dramatic, bro. Damn. And all right, well, how do you end up finding us?
My mom had done your service with my sisters, and she said it was the best thing ever.
Right. Okay. So I was gonna ask you why you chose to work with us, but like, okay, that's obvious. It's like your sisters did it. It was nice, and you were like, all right, I'm next. All right. Okay. So how could our program be improved for future students?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like you guys did everything so well, so I'm like trying to think. I don't know. I'm more like ever since I don't know if you guys do like person to person, like real life. I'm more of a Zoom person. I love Zoom. But I know a lot of people struggle with the Zoom and like it's super easy to just go on their phone. So I would maybe recommend doing more like person to person, but at the same time, I don't know. I really liked your system.
We good. All right, cool. So, well, how would you describe that system, right? How would you describe it to another student? Like, what should they know?
I describe it just like very like understanding, especially since I did it in the summer. You guys were like, "Oh, okay, here's one day, tutor the whole entire day, and then that's it. The rest of the week, you just do your homework." So it was like the perfect amount. You learn the lesson, and then the rest of the week, no matter how like you distribute your work, you'll get it done no matter what. Like you just as long as you have a system and you are like the only way this program works is if you yourself are committed to improvement. Other than that, the system can only do so much.
Right? Yeah. That's what I tell everybody. You don't like, we're going to show you the way, but if you don't do your part,
Like you gave me everything to succeed. There's nothing I missed that I was like, man, I should have like gone somewhere else to study. You gave me everything. All I needed was just keep practicing.
Nice. And you did it. And you did it. So, well, what did we do? What was the result that we helped you get? Your final score and the improvement.
My final score on math was a 700, and then in total that got me up to like a 1360. So I'm
Nice.
set. I got my 100%. That's all I needed. I was like, I'm out.
Let's go. So, what has that result meant for you?
Just it made me happy. Like it made me one appreciate math because I always hated math, and then two just realize all I need is to work hard. Like it was like a very relaxed schedule. I don't know. It wasn't really stressful compared. The actual test itself was stressful, but you guys like it was such a like a spread out program throughout like I think it was like 7 weeks, right? I don't remember how many weeks it was, but it was a good amount.
You did the summer prep,
Oh, I don't know if it's different during this
which
school.
it's usually 10 weeks, but the summer there's a little bit more wiggle room. So it was like really 11 weeks in total.
Also, I don't know. It's wow. I didn't feel like 11 weeks.
That's great. And you felt the workload was fine too?
I think it was pretty good. But I wouldn't like since I had so much work during summer, no, not summer, during school, I wouldn't recommend it during school. Unless you really like you're really behind. I would definitely recommend the summer program.
I always tell people that it's the best. I mean, you sacrifice a little bit of your summer and it's not that bad. You still have time to do it. You have plenty of time still, even with the studying.
Imagine I worked like 8 to 4, and then I'd get home, relax for a long time. Then like at 8 o'clock maybe I would start work, and I'd end at like 10. Just 2 hours. That's what you really need.
There you
As
go.
long as you distribute it. Like if you do it all in one day, you're gonna be there for hours.
So there you go, people. Take it in the summer. Spread your studying out, right? And you'll be all right. Bright futures all day. That's great. I'm assuming you've already applied to colleges right now.
Yeah, I'm already. I got admitted into FIU. I got a couple of scholarships, and now I'm just chilling.
You're just coasting. What are you gonna study?
I want to study right now. My major is biochemistry, and I really want to be an anesthesiologist. So let's hopefully.
Ooh, big goals, you know. So wait, that means you got to take the MCAT, right?
Yeah,
Well, it's funny because
sadly.
I know some people taking the MCAT right now, and you'd be surprised how much math is on there. I was surprised.
What do you mean bio? You need a lot of math. Like I don't know. I'm not surprised. I've been like warned, especially when I went through chemistry. I'm like, yeah, I need math. I need to improve big time.
Yeah, no, for real. And I know they have like a chem phys section, and it's a lot of math and not intense math, I would say, but just you have to be solid with numbers. So I could see how if you struggle with it, like you better figure
Especially
that
the
out.
conversions. Like I don't know, physics and chemistry majorly relied on derivatives and conversions. I don't know why. I hate it. I like conversions. I don't like derivatives.
Yeah, a lot of people don't worry. What advice would you give other students currently on the SAT prep journey?
Definitely don't stress. Some people just freak out and they wait like super long, like waiting, like they have like a big plan that right the day before they're gonna put all the work together and they're just gonna study the whole entire day. Don't do that. Trust me, you're gonna blow up and it's not gonna work. You're gonna tire yourself out, you're gonna stress yourself out, and by the time you get to the test, you're just gonna knock out during the test. It's not worth it. So I definitely recommend doing this program for a fact. I tell everyone, please do this program and then just relax. Always like save space throughout the week, even if you don't have the tutoring that week. Just study, like go over the work, and then finally just chill.
So the day before the test, you mean don't do anything?
Like the day before the test, like look over what I definitely my best way of improving was definitely looking over like every was it no it was Sunday that we would do like the mock test. I would always write down what I got on the mock test. I would always circle which problems I got wrong, and I'd write down the concept. And right before like the major SAT test, I went over the biggest concepts I've struggled with, and that's it. I wouldn't study everything because when you go problem by problem, looking over what you did, it just, you get lost and you do things that you find easier instead of doing the things you struggled with.
Right. So then you basically kind of kept track to an extent of the ones that you struggle with most. I think I was telling you guys to do that at a certain point. I know how to, I end up saying like, hey, you want to go back, and what I tell the students is try to like go back. Oh, that's a hi cat.
Yeah, go away. All right, bye, cat.
I tell the students,
Okay, let's
go back to your practice test that you've already taken, like even weeks ago, and try to redo the problems you got wrong without looking at the answer first. If you still don't know how to do it, you didn't learn it.
And you let us save the notes. So we have the notes, we see how you are able to do it and the cheat sheets you would give us. So as long as you memorize those cheat sheets, I feel like you should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Cool. Is there anything else we should know?
All I could say is definitely be organized. Always save every single thing you guys give us. Like everything I used. Like there's not one thing you gave me that I was like, oh, I'm never gonna need that. I deleted it. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Just be organized, keep track.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.